this basic person is naturally free from tension. That is why being aware of this person, becoming familiar with this person, helps one free oneself from tension built up by playing roles. No role playing is simple. In fact, in drama also, role playing is not simple. In real life also, it's not simple. It's not always pleasant. It is also unpleasant. As a father, mother, I want my child to grow in a particular way. It's nothing wrong. And one does, as a parent, one does all that one has got to do to make sure the child grows in a particular fashion. But in the anxiety to make sure the child grows properly, and also in the absence of the awareness of the basic person, tension builds up as a parent, as a brother, sister, as husband, wife, as employee, employer, as daughter-in-law, as mother-in-law. So as a citizen and so on, tension builds up. Then one becomes tense. Then afterwards, I want relaxation. Look at this, whole society, how it's moving. Then I want relaxation. And therefore I seek diversion. I want, therefore, so different, diverting avenues. So this is the modern society. The spiritual culture of India, recognizing the space obtaining between the role and the person, wants you to understand this properly, that the role is the person. That is why the script is written. Unwritten script is there, written script is there. What I should do, and therefore in our culture, this is highly structured. That's why I said it's a duty-prone society, duty-predominant society. Therefore, while playing roles, different duties, the scripts are called duties. And I get rights when others do their duties towards me. They get the rights when I perform my duty towards them. Correct? We are all interrelated. Including the plants and trees get the rights. The animals get the rights. because they play the roles all right. I play the roles. In fact, our culture includes also gods and also the ancestors and the sages before, whose contributions I enjoy. I acknowledge all of them and I remember all of them. I don't do anything to them now, but by remembering, I acknowledge their contribution. In our culture again, remembering is not enough. To remember is to act, is to do. Therefore, I offer an oblation to the ancestors. I offer something to the rishis, an oblation to the rishis, tarpanam to the rishis. Also, daily I offer food to the animals, symbolically to the crows I offer food. Daily rangoli in front of the house is done with rice powder, which is bhuta yajnam. The ants and birds will come and pick the powder. It's a yajna, it's an offering symbolically to the animals. Understand what all duties we recognize. Before I eat, I offer to the crows. It's a common habit all over India. So this is bhuta yajnam. When anybody walks in without a date, without prior appointment, hungry, I offer him food. That is why he is atithi. Without a date, without appointment, prior appointment, he walks in, abhyagati. I offer him food. This is manushya yajna. Daily I do this. Deva yajna, bhuta yajna, manushya yajna. I take care of myself also. By daily practice of yoga, I take care of my body. Self-care begins with my duty towards this body. Because this body is given. Neglect comes only when I look upon the body as my body. This is not really my body. I used to wonder when I learned as a youngster, suicide is a crime. Somebody committed suicide and attempted to commit suicide and he didn't succeed and afterwards he was taken to jail. Poor fellow, he didn't succeed and afterwards he survived to go to jail because he attempted suicide. I used to wonder why he should not commit suicide. After all, it is his own body. He can do anything with it. If he doesn't think that it was worthwhile to live further, why should he not commit suicide? How it can be construed as a crime, I used to wonder. It took a lot of time for me to understand my culture. And in my culture also, Atmahati is not accepted. It is not only a law, it is dharma. The dharma tells me that it is adharma to commit Atmahati, to kill oneself, commit suicide, is a papa karma, is a great papa. Sin I won't say, is a great papa. Why? I used to ask, and I found this is true. Because the Shastra, our culture tells me that in our heritage this comes to us. By when you go and sit with a teacher, you get all this. It is something you learn, that it is a body given to you. In fact, there was a case, Mr. Devadatta, when he said, this body is body as his body. This is my body. His mother said, it's a drama, Sanskrit drama. His mother claimed this body, Devadatta's body, belongs to her. She had an argument, and the judge was sitting there, hearing the arguments. Devadatta screamed, this is my body. Mother gets into the box, this body belongs to me. I bore this body. I gave birth to this body. I brought this body up. This body belongs to me. The father gets into the box and claims, this body belongs to me as it belongs to her also, my wife, and therefore I have a 50% share. Then his wife gets into the box. I am the other half. I am complete only when the other half is there. I am the better half, of course, and therefore I have a right over this body by the sacrament of marriage. Body belongs to me. The child is represented by an advocate, and he gets into the box. Here is his child. Until the child grows up, the child has a right over his body. He can't go away. He has to take care of this child. He has no business to bring this child into this world, neglecting the child. He wants to get away somewhere. No, he has to live and take care of this child. He can't commit suicide and therefore, or get away, and he should take care of this child. The child has got a right. Then the employer gets into the box. He says that I have employed this fellow and he has a contract with me for 5 years and I have given him money, and naturally therefore he has got to work for me for 5 years unless he gives me back with interest all the money that I have paid. This body belongs to me along with whatever that he has got inside. Even if he goes out, he should leave the address behind so that we can call him at a time of emergency. The employer seems to have a claim, and then the state gets into the box in the form of the state attorney, and he claims this body belongs to the state. The state provides the infrastructure. Therefore, the state has got first right, first claim. At the time of any conscription, the state has got a right to conscript this fellow. The state has got first claim, then only every other claim, and therefore It belongs to the state. The judge was thinking, he is confused. There are so many claimants. And then he began thinking, at this rate, the sun can claim, the earth can claim, air can claim, water can claim, food can claim, many cows can claim. This fellow being, what kind of a eater he is. All the crabs and others also can claim because he has eaten all of them. And therefore, everything, every potato can claim. And this guy, so says that this is his body. You forget one thing, the judge remembered. And what he remembered? There are so many amoebas, countless amoebas in his stomach. All these amoebas have a short life of some hours, and they go on multiplying geometrically, and therefore this body is an inherited property for generations. From generations we have been living here, our ancestors have lived here. It is an inherited property. Nobody has got a claim over this body. Once you say inherited, that's it. All the amoebas claim, this is our body. We are in a co-op situation. The judge decided, come on, all these have claimed except this fellow, Devadatta. Therefore, the judge devised the method of ascertaining who is going to take care of this body. He said, the court is appointing a managing trustee to this body. Who is ready to manage this body? Amoebas became silent because they are parasites. They can't manage the body. Somebody has to manage, then they can live there. And therefore, amoebas were silent, and potatoes are all silent. Mother was silent, she has one headache enough. Father was silent, wife was silent, everybody was silent. To manage the body is to be responsible. To be responsible is to know the hunger, is to know the thirst, is to know the headache, is to know every back pain. And therefore the only person who is qualified to manage this body is Mr. Devadatta. And Devadatta was asked by the judge, Mr. Devadatta, yes sir, are you ready to manage this body? I am appointing you as a managing trustee, whether you like it or not. Because you are born to be a managing trustee of this body. It is given to you. You are the most well equipped to manage this body. You are the only one who knows hunger, its needs, its pain, etc. You are qualified, and therefore I am appointing you as the managing trustee, and you have to manage this body properly. Judgment is over. You know, he does that with a hammer. What does it mean? It means it is not your body. You cannot disuse this body. You don't have a will to disuse this body because it is not your body. You can't put it into disuse, which is called suicide, correct? You can't abuse this body because it is not yours. But you being the managing trustee, you can use this body In fact, it is meant to be used, not disused. It is not meant to be disused, not meant to be abused, but meant to be used properly. Therefore, so you can't abuse this body. You have to take care of this body because you are a managing trustee. Suppose somebody gives his car and to his friend, asking him, hey, you please take care of this body. I am going out, so I will be there for 2 months in the United States. I will come back. Then you take care of this body. Then take care of this car. He gave this body, this car to him. This is the body like car to him. And then this fellow thought, why not I go to Rameshwaram, come back. The fellow is living in Delhi. He wants to go by car to Rameshwaram. In 1 month he can come back in this car. It is called abuse. That is abuse. No managing trustee will do that. In fact, he will keep this car with lot of care. He will keep this away from all dust. He will clean this car, keep this car running, and hand over this car better than what it was when he received it. Because he is a trustworthy person. That's what every friend does. And similarly, it is given to you as a property entrusted with you. You are a managing trustee, manage it well. To manage it well is to care for this body. That is the reason why we have evolved yoga. In our culture, there is no Arabic exercise. We have yoga. Yoga is you eat properly, you don't overeat, you don't eat less, you eat properly, and then take care of this body. And for this, asanas are good. You don't need to burn energy. Otherwise, you have to burn energy. You eat more, and then for 3 hours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not necessary. And therefore, do yoga. Take care of this body. It is the best exercise we have received from our ancestors. It's a great form of exercise, and therefore take care of this body. It is an entrusted property given to you. You are not the owner. Really speaking, you are not the owner. Between the body and you, again there is space. We will see much more of this when we meet next. Thank you.